me build up my feelings. You shatter them quickly, I let you. It's easier than fighting, but I know.
Hi guys, so good evening and welcome back to my magical world. We are now in a stable environment. So currently it's 8:28 in the evening and we are going to proceed. Um Today is April, wait lang. Wait. Relax. Wait lang. Today is April 10, Monday, and it's April 10, 2023. Okay, so as promised, we are going to read again the book. Actually, I've already read this book. Not the entire book, but I've already read parts of it because I can see that there are already highlights. Because I did that maybe during those times that I am not busy, maybe 2017, 2018, 19, I don't know. As long I'm just saying that I already read some part of this, so I'm just going to reread it for you. And I think we have read some of it here in my channel at the first part when I was not yet a pro. A pro. By the way, this book is um Flow. It is written by Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi. It's different. It's hard to pronounce, guys. Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi. So I don't know how to pronounce that. So just look at it. I was inspired by this book because it was promoted, advertised, something like that, guys. It was advertised by one of my favorite doctors. It's Doc Mike. Si Doc Mike, guys. Si Doc Mike is the ex-lover of p.1 back. No, like I'm really serious, guys. So I believe she has an interview with Boy Abunda and they talk about like the hottest doctor in New York City, something like that. So he was really like an inspiration to me. That's why I have this book in my lap, like during those times, guys. Okay, when I was in like in the medicals, not in the in the medical field. Okay, so um I don't know like how I'm going to read this because this is like quite a book and you really need to get the whole context of this book, guys. Okay, so this is Flow, the psychology of optimal experience. So I just need to read those parts, guys. You really have to be a little bit more intelligent, like more smarter to be able to understand this is not the usual verses like the Bible, which is more easily and that is easily understandable, like because we are using like basic English. Some of these, guys, like you really have to read the entire book, but we're going to read it by pages. Okay, so I don't kasi it's a bit long, like the whole chapter, so you will get bored because I know, guys, that you don't love you are busy, you are always busy. That's why I'm here for you to read. So we are reading it pages by pages. I will be indicating the pages, for example, like 1 to 3 or 1 to 4 for this certain day. Okay, so this has 11 chapters, 10 chapters, 10 chapters with different parts. Okay, so it's like number 1, and then 1.1, 1.2, something like that, guys. I hope you are understanding what I'm saying because I'm just trying my best. Okay, so the first part of this is happiness, and we're going to read the introduction. We have to read all those things, guys, the boring things, you really have to read that. You are that those were the part that you don't read naman, 'di ba? The boring things. But we really need to read all of this kasi sayang naman, sayang naman. So, okay. So, the introduction, wait lang. Um, let's start na. I'm just, turning the pages. So, we're on to page 1. I don't know where we're going to end. Okay, just read. So the title for this one is Happiness Revisited. Okay, so we are reading the introduction part. Guys, this is a bit boring, but for me it's not boring. But for you guys, just listen to me because you really need some of the datas here. This is good. This is a good book actually. So bear with me and listen. Okay. So 2,300 years ago, Aristotle, wait lang guys ha, kasi I have to remind you that some of my pronunciation. Guys, if I mispronounce the word, some of it, you look for it on the Google, okay? Cause I'm I can't do reading while looking for the right pronunciation, because some of this like are Latin or like Greece, or with highfalutin word, in English language. So kayo na bahala. So it's up to you guys whether it's okay to you or if you are like really into grammar and pronunciation, find that guys, huh? Don't let me do it all. Do your research also. Okay, so listen up. Ito na talaga. So 2,300 years ago, Aristotle concluded that more than anything else, men and women seek happiness. While happiness itself is sought for its own sake, every other goal, health, beauty, money, or power, is valued only because we expect that it will make us happy. Me guys, I expect it that money makes money makes me really happy. I think I'm one of this. So much has changed since Aristotle's time. So our understanding of the worlds of stars and of atoms has expanded beyond belief. The gods of the Greeks were like helpless children compared to humankind today and the power we now wield. And yet on this most important issue, very little has changed in the intervening centuries. We do not understand what happiness is any better than Aristotle did. And as for learning how to attain that blessed condition, one could agree that we could make no progress at all. Despite the fact that we are now healthier and grow to be older, despite the fact that even the least affluent among us are surrounded by material luxuries undreamed of even a few decades ago, there were few bathrooms in the palace of the Sun King. Chairs were rare even in the richest medieval houses, and no Roman emperor could turn on a TV set when he was bored. And regardless of all the stupendous scientific knowledge we can summon it we can summon at will, people often end up feeling that their lives have been wasted. That instead of being filled with happiness, their years were spent in anxiety and boredom. Is this because it is destiny of mankind to remain unfulfilled, each person always wanting more than he or she can have? Or is it the pervasive malaise that often sours even our most precious moments? The results of our seeking happiness in the wrong places. The intent of this book is to use some of the tools of modern psychology to explore this very ancient question. So, when do people feel most happy? So this is the question, guys. Okay, so this is the most relevant part. Listen. So listen. If we can begin to find an answer to it, perhaps we shall eventually be able to order life so that happiness will play a larger part in it. 25 years before I began to write these lines, I made a discovery that took all of the intervening time for me to realize I had made. To call it a discovery is perhaps misleading, for people have been aware of it since the dawn of time. Yet the word is appropriate because even though my finding itself was well known, it had not been described or theoretically explained by the relevant branch of scholarship, which in this case happens to be psychology. So I spent the next quarter century investigating this elusive phenomenon. What I discovered was that happiness is not something that happens. It is not the result of good fortune or random chance. It is something that it is not something that money can buy or power command. It does not depend on outside events, but rather on how we interpret them. Happiness, in fact, is a condition that must be prepared for, cultivated, and defended privately by each person. People who learn to control inner experience. I'm gonna repeat that part. Okay, so people who learn to control inner experience will be able to determine the quality of their lives, which is as as close as any of us can come to being happy. Yet we cannot reach happiness by consciously searching for it. Ask yourself whether you are happy, said J.S. Mill. J.S. So I don't know who is that. John Stewart. I don't know, guys. So NG ceased to be so. It is being fully involved with every detail of our lives, whether good or bad, guys. Okay, so that we find happiness not by trying to look for it directly. Viktor Frankl, the Australian psychologist, summarized it beautifully in the preface of his book Man's Search for Meaning. Don't aim at success. The more you aim at it and make it a target, the more you are going to miss it. For success, like happiness, cannot be pursued. It must ensue. As the unintended side effect of one's personal dedication of a course greater than oneself. So, how can we reach this elusive goal that cannot be attained by a direct route? Route? Check nyo na lang, guys. My studies of the past quarter century have convinced me that there is a way. It is a circuitous path that begins with achieving control over the contents of our consciousness. Our perceptions about our lives are the outcome of many forces that shape experience, each having an impact on whether we feel good or bad. Most of these forces are outside our control. There is not much we can do about our looks, our temperament, or our constitution. So, let's finish there, guys. It is page 1 and 2. So, I'll just put it there. So, we're done with page 1 and 2. It's a little bit thick book. Okay, so I need to carry this book whenever I go, wherever I go. Even though it's so annoying if it's like that. So I have to carry it, guys, for you, ha. So you subscribe now and like, okay? So this is, I'm not doing this for me because, di ba, I've already read this. I'm doing it for you guys because I know you need this. You guys are always busy doing work, the rat race work. So that's why I'm here for you. I am not like, sorry, I am not like, it's okay if you are in that phase right now, but in time, I hope you all find your passion, what you're passionate about. Like myself, I am very passionate with a lot of things. So my friends know that. So yeah, hi to all my friends if you guys are watching. So I only have few friends here on YouTube because I told you this is my safe space, my safe spot. So I don't like anyone just being in here. So I want the YouTube algorithm to take where it needs to take. If it happens to find you, then we are meant to be together forever. No, joking, guys. So, wala palang ganun. Sabi daw, ewan. So, yun nga, guys. So, thank you, guys, for listening. We are reading this by heart kasi we have to finish the entire book. We are, as a promise, diba? I have to read different types of books for you to have different perspective on life and for you to, to increase your knowledge because knowledge is power and I am powerful. Dami namang kaetyosan. So, sige na, guys. So, thank you guys for listening and thank you for helping me make this world a better place for all of us and for the future generation. I will see you again tomorrow. Okay, so I got an offer today and about something, career wise. No, not naman an offer, but I think I needed that. So I'll figure it. I'm still trying to figure things. I'm kind of like, waiting mode in a limbo or something like that. So I'll see you again. So enough of that, Kaetsusan. So sige na guys, bye.
I give you everything I am. You throw it away like it's nothing. It's easier than fighting, but now, no. You're so inside the agony. Stop for a second, breathe. I'd turn it all around if I could, but I know it's not enough. I've been trying to be